5 and welcome to Wednesday's geography lesson with me, Miss Medlicott. We're going to be continuing our work on Into the Rainforest and our learning objectives today are to identify the physical features of the Amazon rainforest and also to describe similarities and differences between the Amazon rainforest and the New Forest in the UK. So as a warm-up, I'd like you to decide which type of forest you think you can find in the UK. Which ones are not found in the UK? So the options are the temperate deciduous forest, the temperate coniferous forest, the boreal forest, the tropical rainforest. Pause the video now to have a go. Okay, well done for realising that we do not have the tropical rainforest in the UK. The others we can find in the UK. The boreal forest you can find in parts of Scotland, but it's the tropical rainforest that we certainly don't have in the UK because we don't have a tropical climate. The last few lessons we've been looking at the Amazon rainforest in quite a lot of detail, so hopefully by now you already have quite a lot of knowledge about it. In brief, the Amazon rainforest is 5.5 million square kilometres of rainforest with parts in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname and French Guiana. And this map here shows, the dark green shows the extent of the Amazon rainforest, so stretching across a very large part of South America. It's home to about 2.5 million insect species, tens of thousands of plant species and over 2,000 species of birds and mammals. So it's very, very rich diversity of all sorts of living things. And each year it welcomes around 2 million tourists. Okay, so it's a huge number of visitors who come to visit the Amazon rainforest each year. Try to think back to our previous lessons. What else have you learnt about the Amazon rainforest? If you need to retrieve the notes that you made or the work that you've done, please pause the video to do so, as it will be helpful for the rest of the lesson. Let's now turn our attention to the New Forest, which is in the United Kingdom. We're going to compare and contrast the New Forest with the Amazon rainforest. They're two physically very different places, but you'll also notice there might be some similarities. The New Forest is a large area of pasture land and heathland covering southwest Hampshire and southeast Wiltshire. So Kent is the county that we live in. Hampshire and Wiltshire are different counties. And as you can see on this map, this is the UK. Well, sorry, half of the UK. Kent is just here where I'm pointing my cursor to. Okay, it's this large district, large county there, I should say. Next to it is Sussex. Then this is the area of the New Forest. So it's southwest Hampshire and southeast Wiltshire. So it's that area of dark green on that map there. And if we zoom in here, it gives us a sense of the space. So it's 150 square miles. So that's approximately 388 kilometres squared. So if you think that the Amazon rainforest is 5.5 million kilometres squared, the New Forest is only 388 kilometres squared. So already we are dealing with a space that is so much smaller. I mean, much, much smaller than the Amazon. Heathland describes a number of different habitats, such as heather-dominated heaths, grasslands and waterlogged bogs or mires. Each of these has its own characteristic species. So what we have in the New Forest are a collection of different places that animals could live, okay? Different features across this one area. So it's worth bearing in mind that it's not just one place, like lots of trees, but we do have very different habitats that we'll look at in a little bit. I've put at the bottom here a website that will be of interest to you to access. This is thenewforest.co.uk, and on it you can navigate lots of different information sections, lots of information about, more information about the wildlife that lives there and the types of habitats and climate, etc. So that's one definitely to try and look at. So pause the video now to have a look. So as we know, the Amazon rainforest is subject to a tropical climate. It's a tropical rainforest, therefore it's wet, it's very warm and very changeable weather. Well, actually, in the New Forest we also have a changeable climate, although we don't have extremes. The temperatures, so how hot or cold it gets, are never extreme, although they can be changeable from day to day. A cold winter may see temperatures drop to -5, and a hot summer will rarely see temperatures exceed 35 degrees. So we're looking at sort of between -5 and about 30 degrees is the sort of the range of temperatures there. Because the New Forest National Park is along the coast, so that means it's by the sea, it can mean that we have a relatively high level of humidity, so it kind of gets a bit kind of close and a bit sticky, a bit warm during the summer months. And this in turn can lead to regular afternoon thunderstorms. So the thunderstorms are caused by that clash of cold air and hot air. Pause the video now to just think about how this is similar or different to the Amazon rainforest. Okay, so how do you think it might be similar? Well, the thunderstorms, certainly. We have storms in both the Amazon and the New Forest. The changeability of the weather, maybe, but the temperatures in the rainforest would never drop to below 0. They wouldn't get that cold at all. Humidity, certainly. On a hot summer's day in the New Forest, it can get very hot, very close and sticky. The same in the Amazon rainforest. So the features, as I mentioned previously, lots of different habitats. We have the coastline, so as we have a picture there, this is the edge leading out to the sea. We have also lots of ancient trees and also farmland, so you'd have cattle and sheep grazing on this particular part of these particular pastures. And we have a diverse range of species that live in the New Forest. It's very famous for the deer that live there, reptiles as well, butterflies, heathland birds, dragonflies and damselflies, dragonflies and damselflies. So have a think. How do these compare with the wildlife that live in the Amazon rainforest? Pause the video now to write down your ideas. Okay, moving on to some of the plants. So we have fungi, mushrooms, different species of fungi. Some of them you might be able to eat, others you would not be able to eat because they are poisonous. We have heathland plants such as these, bog flowers. So these grow out of very wet, watery, soggy places. Woodland flowers like these, and a plant called bog bean as well. So if you think back, cast your mind back to our lesson on specifically on the types of plants that you'd find in the Amazon rainforest. What differences can you notice? Are there any similarities? Pause the video now to write down your ideas. And in the New Forest we have in fact 3 rivers. We have the Lymington River, Bewley River and the River Avon or Avon Water. So this word here is Bewley. Okay, so we have 3 different rivers. And as I've previously mentioned, bogs and wetlands are an important kind of habitat in the New Forest as they host insects, invertebrate and amphibian life. So again, what are the similarities and differences that you can notice between the New Forest and the Amazon? Even just by looking at the pictures, we can see quite distinct differences between the landscapes in the New Forest and the landscapes in the Amazon rainforest. These bogs and wetlands aren't the sort of thing you'd necessarily find in the Amazon, and also it's quite flat here in this particular part of the New Forest. Pause the video now to write down your ideas of the similarities and differences. Okay, so what we're going to do now is you're going to compare and contrast the Amazon rainforest with the New Forest. So what we have on the screen is a Venn diagram. So we have the two circles, and on this side you'll write about the features that are true of the Amazon rainforest. This side of the circle, well, this circle here will be features of the New Forest, and the part in the middle where they overlap is for the features that they have in common. So those features that you can share between the Amazon rainforest and the New Forest. The sorts of features that we're looking at: location. So where are these forests? What size are they? Do they have any rivers that run through them? What sort of animals could you describe that are either true of the Amazon, or either true of the New Forest, or perhaps shared by both? Also the sorts of plants. So you'll need to use the website that I linked, I put on one of the previous slides, and also the information that you've learnt in previous lessons. Think back to those science lessons we did about Into the Rainforest. Those will come in very handy. So use that information about the Amazon that we've covered in previous topic lessons, also in our reading sessions when we're looking at the Explorer. That's based in the Amazon rainforest. So try to think of all of the information that you know and you've learnt about the New Forest and put that into this Venn diagram. Pause the video now to do your activity. Pause the video now to do your activity. And don't forget, Year 5, please send me pictures of your work. I'd love to see how you've got on with these activities today, and be really interested to see how you've compared the New Forest with the Amazon rainforest. Well done for all your work today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.